How's it going, everybody? Take three. We're going to run through this real quick, and I hope you can make a decision if you was on the fence about this particular man who he is gone way too soon, Dave Stevens, the Rocketeer, his own creation. This is the artist edition, and I will be bringing you the deluxe edition, and I will be showing you covers and stories from this man. And I'm going to try to do it uh, without taking up much of your time because I do appreciate when you guys and girls take the time to just listen to my videos and see what I'm doing. Um, if you like what you see as far as Dave Stevens is concerned, I'm going to tell you right now the two books I'm going to show you out of the three, go ahead and pull the trigger. It's worth it. Now, here, I'm going to show you the Rocketeer, and we're going to get to it. I'm going to show you page after page of this man's amazing work. See if I can pull this up a little bit more. Yep, that's the cover page, the opening of the cover. Now, not much to say if you don't know who this man is. He has a documentary on Amazon. Dave Stevens, um, his career, his life, his personality, and everything. A lot of artists spoke up on it. They're in the interview. It's a really good. It's a really good documentary. I highly recommend it as a sidebar to his artwork if you have it in your hand in your possession. So what I'm gonna do is give you as much as I can that you can see from this man's amazing artwork, and I hope you can find it within yourself to peel off a couple of bucks if you're interested in it. And I always say these in my videos. If you're not interested in a particular artist, do not, I repeat, slide this a little bit over here, do not spend your money on it. I am a fan of certain artists and I collect that way. Dave Stevens happens to be one of them. His books are really hard to get your hands on, and as everybody who collects the way I collect, as far as art centric, art, art focus, they always say anything of Dave Stevens, get your hands on. What I don't have, I think it's two or three other art books that he has out, but they're so hard to get your hands on. And when I can get the opportunity to get my hands on it, I will get those. And his floppies with his covers, and actually the floppies of the Rocketeer. I actually want to get my hands on those too, which I think it's possible to do. And I'm going to show you the artist edition just a little bit. I'm not going to go too far into it. I just want you to see what is here as far as this art is concerned. I hope the lighting is good. It's a really rainy day out here. We're going to get rain for the next 3 days. I didn't want to put an overhead light on because it would have been too bright and glary. So I'm hoping that you guys are seeing this and it's coming out clear. Of course, my shadow because I'm standing in front of the window here, but it is what it is, right? Thank you for giving me your time, which you can't get back. So I appreciate that. This particular page right here was done by one of the brothers of Love and Rockets, and he was asked by Dave Stevens because he was running behind on his Rocketeer story, and they needed to get it out. And he actually did this whole page right here. This isn't Dave Stevens. This is one of the brothers from Love and Rockets. Um, and that'll be in the documentary if you go on Amazon. If you have done that already, then you already know what I'm talking about. But the the craftsmanship in this man's artwork is amazing. This was done with a brush and ink. I so do miss that in the comic book world today. Traditional, yeah, I said it, traditional, and I'll stand by that all day long. You see these pages? What I wanted to do was show you the actual. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and do it. Let me just go ahead and do it and get this page for you. Let's go through it, guys. This is the deluxe edition. We're going to run through a few pages of these, but what I'm going to do is find that particular page for you so you can see what the colors in this. These are restored colors. These are not the original colors from the floppy, but I think they did an amazing job. I think they did an amazing job. I'm gonna pull up so you can see exactly how great a job they did. Now that's actually this page right here, and this is the black and white, and this is the restored colors. So I'm gonna do that once, and then I'm gonna actually show you guys this book too. So let's skip a few pages. You don't really need to see all of that. This is end of part one, and then you go into the other part of the story. Man, this artwork is amazing. Now, I think this is on Amazon for $111 or $129, somewhere around there. Hey, go ahead and get it if you're on the fence about it. So let's go to the end. I want to show you something because that's an amazing piece right there. I want to show you something when we get to the end of this here. Come on, man. Really? This is pen and ink. No, not pen and ink. This is brush and ink. Let me say that. Okay. What I want to do is I want to show you how the artist edition works differently from the deluxe edition. The artist edition is amazing. If you can get both of them, I would definitely get both of them. There you go. That's the back page. Wow. Right? All right. Yeah. All righty. Let's open this baby up. No, we're gonna have to do this like this because I actually want you to see. Let's put it down. Let's put it up. Got it, guys? Okay. Let's run through this. Now, this is the deluxe edition. This is the deluxe edition of Rocketeer. What I like about this over the artist edition is that you get a whole bunch of stuff in the back. Let me back up a little bit. That's that page from one of the Loving Rocket brothers. Okay. Now, so what I'm doing is giving you some eye candy. Now, all of this is in the artist edition, all black and white, very big. This is cover price $100. I'm not sure if this is on Amazon still. So, you know, if you can get it, I would go ahead and get it if you're a fan of Dave Stevens' artwork. Rocketeer, the story itself, it is what it is. I'm in it for the art alone. I mean, I stare at this stuff and I'm like, wow, I need to pull out the pens and pads and see what I could do. And then I write, and then I'll draw something and be like, ugh. But you never should do that as an artist, because every artist has his abilities to do something to convey to another person that will appreciate your work. So never put yourself down. If you're in it because you enjoy the art and you like drawing, go ahead and do it. Professionally, it's a tough gig, but you know, go ahead and do it if you enjoy it. So we're going to go to the extras in this because it's a lot of extras in here, and I want you to kind of see. Here we go. You get a lot of his work, man. Um, this to me, if I had to say if it was a tie or who beats out who as far as the deluxe edition to the artist edition, I would say they're evenly yoked as far as you're going to get Dave Stevens' art and you're going to appreciate it. But with the deluxe edition, you get so much more of his preliminaries, and that's the actual color. See, that's why I said I want to get my hands on some floppies because I enjoy some old comic book color, and that's the actual color of the comic book color that when it came out in the floppies before it was restored. So you get a lot of his concepts, his what he was thinking. You get some unfinished work, you get some blue line work, you get some ink work. You really get a whole plethora, if I must say, of Dave Stevens doing what he does, and that is just be an amazing artist. May he rest in peace. Um, and I hope you guys can see this and you're thinking about it. But this is the deluxe edition if you can find it. So what we're gonna do is, and you get some spread pages, which are amazing in and of themselves. I'm definitely on the hunt for some more of his art. There's I think two or three other books that are out, but I think this is the main book. No, I'm sorry. The next book I'm showing you is the main book that you need to get if you want to get Dave Stevenson's art. The other ones are pretty good, but the one I'm going to show you right now. This is another fold out. It's another fold out. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good on the time. Like I say, I appreciate you guys giving me the time. You can't get that back, so thank you very much. Yeah, he inspired a lot of artists. Uh, he is well loved in the community as one of the best, and I agree. Just amazing, man. Just amazing. This got me wanting to pull out, and get to drawing. I got 55 hours a week I put in at work, so when I can sit and get into my art, which they say is very therapeutic, it gets rid of stress. It helps your mental. As an artist, I'm talking about an artist. If you're not into art, you just like to read these things and you like the stuff and different. I like to actually draw these things myself and come up with original stuff. But yeah, and I'm gonna leave the rest as a mystery in this one. I'm not gonna go all the way, and I'm gonna give you this one as I'm gonna give you this one right here as a reason you should go out and collect Dave Stevenson stuff. This book right here in particular, I got it actually at a comic book store for around $35, maybe even less. It's in mint condition. It just didn't have the plastic shrink wrap on it. If you go on Amazon, I don't know, it's around 200, 300. If you go on eBay, it's around 200, 300. I've seen them high as 400, 500. So this is a really hard one to get. But if you needed to get Dave Stevenson an art book, this would be the one to get. This would be the one to get. Dave Stevenson, Adam Adam Hugh together. He inked a lot of artists' work before he passed. He was a connoisseur of the game, man. You gotta respect it. Um, I'm gonna give you some more pictures, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. I appreciate it. But if you can get this for 100 and less, go ahead and get it. You won't be disappointed. If you're into the art, go ahead and get it. She has that right here, that Shania Latham face. For black folks that know who Shania Latham is, you know what I'm talking about. Right up in here, especially with the nose. This is brush and ink. And then, you get stuff like this in this art book where he's trying to figure out how he wants to do it. And this was the final page that came out of that. This book is amazing. It's worth every penny if you can get your hands on it. I think there's two other art books of Dave Stevenson I want to get my hands on, come to think of it. Um, and when I find it, I am going to pull the trigger. But actually, this is the best one out of the two that I'm thinking about getting my hands on. I can't remember the names off the top, but they actually had the other one at the art store when I got this one. But when I looked through this one, it had more of his artwork, and it was a no-brainer. Yeah, this is how you do that. They got that kind of different pages. Yeah, the guy was an amazing artist. I mean, I could stare at his stuff all day. There's another artist that I'm gonna come to you with, and I have a lot of his artwork, and that's Mark Schultz. Xenozoic Tales, Dinosaurs and Cadillacs, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. And sometimes you don't really need to say much. You just need to let the art do the speaking for you. And that's pretty much what I'm doing here. Now I will say this. I don't know if I said it in my John Burns Artisan Edition, where I said there are some artists like John Burns who can draw superheroes like nobody's business. And there are some artists who, for me, this is Dave Stevens's wheelhouse. Um, I don't know if he could pull off that superhero look. Same with Mark Schultz. There's certain kind of artists that they could pull that superhero look off. George Perez, George Perez, John Byrne, John Buscema. There's a whole lot more, but I'm not gonna run the gamut of name down. I just want you guys to see what it is you need to see. All this great eye candy, and this is another disclaimer: if you can draw a beautiful woman, you got me. You're good to go. That's a very hard thing to do. It's not easy to draw a beautiful woman. He inked over Jack Kirby, Jack the King Kirby. That's his inks over Kirby's work. And I'm trying to give you as much as I can out of this book because this book is very expensive to get your hands on. So at least if you have this just to look through on your phone or on your TV, then that's at least half the battle, man. And I'm glad I got this book. As soon as I seen it, like I said, I'm an art connoisseur when it comes to certain type of art that I like. I'm jumping on it, and I didn't care about. I got it as soon as I seen it. Yeah, and he actually did some paintings too. I heard I heard somebody say that they didn't like his paint work, but I wouldn't say that. I think his paintings were pretty good. Plus, he was just getting into that world of painting, and he wanted to take it more serious, but he passed away from cancer. So, you know, I've always liked that Vampirella piece. The color restoration is just beautiful on that. It's crazy, right? Isn't that some good stuff, man? Like I said, if you ever get around to getting your hands on this book for a good price, I would highly recommend you go ahead and get it. Betty Page. In the documentary, they speak about how he was um, he was very protective and supportive of Betty Page. A lot of people used her image, and she wasn't getting paid for it. So he went to bat for her, so she can get royalties from people using her image. And he actually took care of her because I think around the time he actually got to meet Betty Page, she was already old. So I guess she was more like a big sister figure to him. He definitely made sure that she was all right in her latter years. So guys, another ink over Jack Kirby. I'm going to leave you with a few more pages, and this was just to show you if you were on the fence about the artist edition or Dave Stevens. If you can get the artist edition or if you can get the deluxe edition, if you're interested in Dave Stevens' work, man, I would go ahead and do it. And as I said before, man, I appreciate you guys and gals giving me your brain space for a couple of minutes. I really do appreciate it. This is him doing funnies. Let me give you a few more pages. You know, yeah, this is just amazing art. Sometimes I just want to let the images speak for themselves. He was the real deal. Yeah, he's inking over another artist in this particular one. He did a lot of ink overs, but the guy was just amazing. And I hope this helped you if you ever come across this book again. If you think you want to get your hands on it, it's worth the money. It ain't worth no $500 or $400. I mean, I've seen prices that high. You know, that's ridiculous. That's for another video. As I said, I want to do a Taschen video. I got two Taschen books, and I don't think I'm going any further than that. But that's a discussion on size and price, and is it really necessary? So that'll be in another video. So I'm gonna leave you with a few more pages, and then I'm gonna sign out. Find a good page to sign out on. It's actually a good page right there. Man, it's just beautiful art, man. Let me see what I got here. A couple more pages. You can draw the female body, man. I'm gonna leave it here. Princess Pam. This is a crazy story. It's kind of like a EC story. All right, guys. Have a good day. Have a blessed day. I hope you got what you can get out of this video. This was the third time I had to do it, but this was basically just to show you the art of Dave Stevens. He's not here with us anymore, but he is definitely someone, if you're interested in his art, go right ahead and drop those coins because I think you would definitely be appreciating the money well spent. And he's got pinups, stuff like that. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna leave you with this here. How about that? Let's see how that goes on camera. That's pretty good. So leave you with that, guys.